Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys. They met in back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their fifth-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes.
And his first pass is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Allen. And his throw here is incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing now is Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On play action, Allen. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Allen now on first down. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They run here with Singletary. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Singletary again. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. Two-time Pro Bowler.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott flush to his right. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On play action, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Open man is Noah Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. To the air again, Prescott. It's complete to Brown, right side. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st down, Allen. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd and 7. Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 14 yards that time for number 14. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Allen going to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Prescott looks to throw on first. That's Gallup on the slant. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If he gets strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Ed Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Being chased out left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Shaq Lawson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. It's fielded at the 45. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to keep it again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen out to his left. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott, and they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Gregory Rousseau.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play here for Dallas. 55 yards. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down. Showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Second and 2.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Prescott now. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and goal from the 1. Elliott is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now a dump off here complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 30 on second down, Allen. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And some space. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 84 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-17. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen flushed out right.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
15 yards that time and a Buffalo first.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Allen now on 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Allen. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Diggs has it.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
To throw again on second down. Allen, touchdown. James Cook, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Prescott on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, and his throw is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. And again, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
To throw is Prescott. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And now they are in prime position, first and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Looking to throw. Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Bills. Devin Singletary. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But he turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Here's Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. 10th carry now for Elliott. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 111 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
49's the mic, watch 49.
Now Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That is complete downfield to Knox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Allen going to throw. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. Takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
A first carry for the rookie from Georgia. It's James Cook.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2nd down and goal. Allen. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
Drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Bass on for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was the rookie James Cook who took it in to finish the drive. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball, just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
well, we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Throwing, Prescott.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hines. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Caught right side, Davis.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, Allen has his man. It's Shakir. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Singletary trying the left side. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Allen. His throw incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Allen going to try and keep it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this, and in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it, and that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Bills getting set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's Allen to throw it. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
From the 36, Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
To the air, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Allen to throw once more. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw again. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott, throw left side complete. That's Schultz.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the red zone now, Prescott.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
126 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got the two-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A give, Singletary, right side.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the 4th. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Lamb. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got you. 49.
Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there. Yeah,
you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a toss to Singletary running to the left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Allen. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at the 33, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd down, Elliott.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 151 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Prescott now. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Allen got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now. 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Allen. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Singletary, they'll go up the middle.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go right back to Singletary. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Bills have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Prescott on first down.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike's 49.
Prescott yet again.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. To throw is Prescott. They still can't get him. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Oh, able to avoid him. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Prescott. One last shot at the end zone. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One last shot now for Prescott. One last shot at the end zone. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.